We had no real ambitions for the class. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's mountainous today. It's neither high mountain nor a summit finish, but it's the sort of stage that could harbor a few surprises for the general classification. It's also
Hello and welcome to all. This Paris-Nice is entering a new phase. The long, straight roads and the risk of borders are behind us. The route will now take to more irregular and restless roads that will surely allow the punchers and the climbers to benefit from the situation.
the peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway has 30 seconds lead. For the moment, any breakaway has drawn a blank. Nobody left on a breakaway. 1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The first 6 riders at the top will pocket the points towards the polka dot jersey. There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point to be gained. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The gap isn't changing much. The race is at the foot of the second classified ascent. Only 2 kilometers of climbing, and straight away after that, the first intermediate sprint of the day. The bonk bag is coming up for the men in front. The men at the front are now beginning the ascent of the Côte de Saint-Romain-de-Lep. It's a climb of just over 6 kilometers, and it carries a second category label. The next difficulty is listed as third category. There will be 2 and 1 point to be scored for the polka dot jersey classification. Here's the final classified climb of the day, the Col de la Mule. With an average gradient of 8%, it's the pivotal moment of this stage. The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
The first rider to the top will score 10 more points towards the climber standings.
On te suit.
Plus vite. Allez. Plus vite. Allez.
Allez, plus vite, plus vite, plus vite.
Bravo, bravo. Continuez comme ça.
You're on your way to the top spot of the white jersey standings. It's great. Keep going, kid.
Allez les gars, courage.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. The favorites are 1 minute behind your group. Change of leader in the overall youth standing.
Allez les gars.
You're 30 seconds ahead of the favorites group.
Allez les gars.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
A lone rider goes over the top for the Col de la Mure.
It is not always a good idea to be too... many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
There's still 20 kilometers left in the race. Within that, the second intermediate sprint and a short climb before the finish in Saint-Sauveur de Montagu.
He's the best sprinter in the group. Take his wheel if you want to score some points.
The intermediate sprint is approaching, but there is little chance that the candidates for the green jersey will be able to score points at this stage of the race.
You're coming up to the intermediate sprint. Keep your eyes open.
Les voilà. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, courage.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars.
Ouais. Allez les gars. Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça. Lâchez rien. Allez.
Continuez comme ça.
Les voilà.
Here comes the red pennant.
You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can say he tops the stand. He's in.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled on the final climb.
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. Here's the Queen stage of this Paris-Nice. The finish at the top of the Col de Turigny is a key moment in the battle for the yellow jersey. On the eve of the finish, it's here that a rider wishing to keep alive any chance of final victory will have to put in a strong performance. One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. And here's the first difficulty of the day, the Côte de Gillette, 5.7 kilometers at an average of 5.7%.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway can't widen the gap. The front runners are 5 kilometres from the first intermediate sprint. They'll share the points towards the green jersey. The first scores 20 points, while the second pockets 17 points. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
The front of the race is 2 kilometres from the summit.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. The riders will now be able to take a breather after that sequence of climbs, thanks to a long downhill section of almost 30 kilometres.
Tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
And here's the last classified climb before the Col de Turini. There will be 2 and 1 point to be gleaned at the top. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
1.5 minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites. The race is approaching the foot of the Turini, but before that, we can take in the second intermediate sprint of the stage. We're there. The first riders begin the climb of the Col de Turini, the real decider of the stage.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars, courage.
Grandissima vittoria! Allez, allez, allez! On continue, les gars, on continue!
Allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front. We've just passed the 10-kilometre marker, and there's a lone rider that's opening the road.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Lâchez rien, allez! Allez, les gars!
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
Continuez comme ça, allez! Allez, les gars, on continue comme ça!
The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites.
Continuez comme ça. On y va, les gars. Courage. Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, on continue.
Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
He's still got something in the tank. He's putting his foot down in the relays.
Continuez comme ça. Lâchez rien. Allez, courage, on continue. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, courage.
Allez, les gars, courage! Allez!
On continue. Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, courage.
Continuez comme ça! Allez!
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
Allez les gars, courage, vite. Allez, 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 allez.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Allez, allez.
On est avec toi. Bravo. Allez, allez, allez.
5 kilometres for the lead riders.
Allez. Allez, plus vite. Allez les gars, courage.
Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va. Bravo les gars, c'est bien. Allez les gars, courage.
On continue. Allez, on te suit là, on est là, on te suit.
Allez, plus vite, plus vite. Bravo. Allez,
Plus vite.
allez les gars.
The front man will soon be under the red pennant. The gap isn't big, so he mustn't fade.
He succeeded in it. He tops the... He will climb. We can say he's in spot.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying. It's the final stage, guys. It's mountainous today. It's neither high mountain nor a summit finish, but it's the sort of stage that could harbour a few surprises.
Hello to all. This final stage of the Paris-Nice should be action-packed. Despite the relatively short distance, there won't be a lack of attacking opportunities because there are climbs all along the route.
There's a concentrated day of riding ahead of you, lads. It's a short stage, but it's rarely flat. You'll have to be on your guard all the time. Have a good stage.
1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The race is on to the first climb of the day, the Côte de Levance, a first difficulty that should allow the men in front to widen the gap. The breakaway can't widen the gap. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have TeamCom.
The riders are now attacking the Côte de Calayson, the last king of the mountain summit, and classified as a Category 2. There are just over 50 kilometers left in the race. With the Côte de Paix and the Col d'Ez, we can say that the race is entering its close. And if anyone wants to try to blow the race apart, they will be able to go on the attack from now on.
C'est bien. Allez les gars.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. First riders have reached the intermediate sprint. There's a big time gap with the breakaway, but it's not our concern. We are interested in the overall standings, not the stage.
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
His teammates are riding to protect the jersey. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Now a long descent will take the riders towards the Col d'Ez, the last pass of the day.
The leader of the general classification does not necessarily have to attack. Depending on his lead, he can simply follow attacks and counter at the very end of the stage.
In a few instants, it will be the ascent of the Col d'Ez. It will be climbed via the Mont Vinaigrier, a very steep slope with sections over 15%.
You'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try. After you. You must hold out. Go! Go! Okay, our consumer feed. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standings. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. He's attacking to catch up. Here's the positions over the last climb.
No one has managed to get away on the Col d'Ez. We'll no doubt see a small group of riders fight at the sprint on the Promenade des Anglais. The descent to Nice is not very technical. It will be difficult to reduce or to widen any gaps. The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
Attack behind you! Behind! The yellow jersey is moving onto the offensive.
Allez, continuez comme ça.
Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race. The lead rider is now onto the Promenade des Anglais. It's now flat all the way to the finish. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
Bravo, les gars.
Courage, on continue.
Continuez comme ça. Comme ça. Allez, lâchez-vous.
This stage is his. He will climb. He's amongst. He tops the.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying.